everybody, and I'm here with the takeaways from the second ODI between South Africa and India. A comprehensive victory for South Africa, bouncing back really nicely after they were beaten and well beaten by India in Johannesburg on Sunday. So the series, exactly as we'd like to see it, 1-1 with the decider to be played in Paarl on Thursday. But before we get there, let's talk about some of the big and interesting talking points and performances from this second game. And we're going to start with the most notable of them. And that, of course, is Tony de Zorzi. He scored a century in just his fourth ODI. And this is really important from a bigger picture of South African cricket perspective. So Quinton de Kock, we know, is retired from ODIs. And then Themba Bavuma, who's the other opening batter and also the captain, he's 33 years old. He's been rested from this series, though he was in the dressing room watching proceedings play out today. And what we don't know is whether Bavuma will play as far as even the 2025 Champions Trophy. He'll be 35 then. He'll be 37 when South Africa host the ODI World Cup in 2027. And I think it would be fair to say that there is scope and opportunity for other opening batters in the country. And de Zorzi has managed to grab it with both hands. So he's had a wonderful 2023. He made his test debut earlier in the year, scored 85 against West Indies in Johannesburg, and was really gutted on that occasion not to get to the century. Make no mistake this time, actually slowed down his scoring rate. He's quite an aggressive player, striking at above 100 most of the time, but he slowed that down as he entered 85, 86, and then into the 90s, where he was taking his time. South Africa had a small target to chase and plenty of time to do it, and then got to the three-figure mark. What we like about de Zorzi, he's got a beautiful cover drive, very strong on the pull shot, seems to have the temperament to play long innings. And it's fantastic for South Africa, a country that always looks for black African batting talent. And that's been in scarce supply, but they found one in Tony de Zorzi. The other two interesting talking points, Nandre Burger, who also picked up an IPL deal for the Rajasthan Royals. He came back nicely from a drubbing, really, in Johannesburg. He made his T20 and ODI debut up there. It was tough. He was very wayward, but he came back nicely, 3 for 30 in his 10 overs, much better lines and lengths. His express pace, we've seen that he really can send the speed gun upwards of 145, and with Anrich Nortje still struggling with that lower back stress fracture, Nandre Burger is going to be important for South Africa, especially when it comes to white ball cricket, I feel, in the next maybe 12 to 18 months. So they'll be happy with the way that he played in this second game. And then from India's perspective, obviously they'll be disappointed with the loss today, but a little bit of a silver lining in the form of Sudharsan. It's just his second ODI, and he scored another half century. What I like about him and what I saw was that he scores his runs all around the wicket, so you're getting a nice even balance. He seems to be able to take on South Africa's attack, who they're not at their best, they're not their frontline attack, but they were much better and much more disciplined in Gqeberha today, where we've seen at the Wanderers they struggled with lines and lengths, but at St. George's Park in helpful conditions, a really, really good pitch, probably the best that we've seen there for some time. They bowled really tight lines and lengths. Björn Hendricks, very experienced, was difficult to get away. Nandre Burger was quick. Lizard Williams, deceptively quick, if we can say that. And Sudharsan really handled them very well. So he'll be very pleased with his form over the two games. And India will be hoping for much more from him when they get to Paarl, where the series decider will take place on Thursday.